Okay, it's better than mine.
This sample size is too small. It's only 108 games.
You're
I think you
in
have like 104.
I just looked. It's 108.
Avalon.
Yeah, but if I just played like complete like neutral, I don't know. It's just not as fun, and I'd rather try and play outside of the lines a little bit. But obviously, I need to like balance it and not do it all the time, which I've tried to.
I'm first. I like being first. That's a lie because I need to actually spend time thinking about what I'm doing. No, I did complain
Well,
about it, and I just you can't be calling me out on my lies this early on. Or well, you can. It's actually what makes you a really strong player is catching people on their BS.
I like how Cake literally has a time-stamped bookmark of my playing poorly. Like, he's got an Excel spreadsheet of like.
He has a Google Docs of like times that Screwloose has slighted Cake.
Yeah. We need like our own version of ranked or something, because I definitely will play loose because there's like not as much on the line, but
So you're saying that we need to have like add like poker to this, where it's like
something, I don't know. Maybe I'll
we
just start.
each pitch in like
maybe,
$5.
No, maybe I'll just start winning. I'll just start winning a bunch.
We'll just start with.
Yeah, maybe I'll just start winning. What are you looking at, Winston? You crazy kitty.
Oh my god! I was right. I was right, dude.
I'm off approving this.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
If you see the same team proposed over and over, it should be an indication of something.
oh god, I'm getting picked for M1. Oh no. Oh no. Oh whew. Okay.
So the real
E.
question is no. What are the odds if Cake was if
Cake's
Cake was
100%
red,
red.
and if
He's
he was
red
going
though.
for the memes like Cherry did that one game, he would pick Ramillia.
Oh right. That would
All
have
right.
been the cooler play. Take Ran and then fail it. That would have been.
I think it's like when you play a lot of Spy Party and you're just in a casual game and you feel comfortable, you'll try, like crazy shit as Spy because it's, do you guys get that way? Or even a sniper, like you'll do aggressive lights or something, just to like.
You have not been around while I've been playing Percy. I've been doing some wacky shit as Percy.
Yeah, I like to do that stuff. Otherwise, it's just kind of like, It's it could be the problem that I didn't like about Secret Hitler Online, where it was just mathematical. It was just here's a set of rules, you follow it, you break it, you lose for the most part. So you just follow it, and then it's like, am I even playing the game? I could write a script to do this. We're not even playing the game. We're just following a set of rules.
You're following Viri throughout mission 1.
Yeah, I mean, like later at the end, it starts to break, but it's just like a huge time investment for a moment of creative freedom. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like you got to spend 20 minutes of like following all of the rules for then one last moment to try and break out of something.
I never got that in Secret Hitler.
You know what's really suspicious is that in mission 1 and mission 2, mission 3, Cake refused it, so Cake is not liking Renmilia anymore. He's like, no, fuck you. He likes Renmilia, but then he stops liking Renmilia.
Wait, what? No, there's
He wants
just
to be in a mission. He wants to be in a mission with Ermilia, but when Cherry proposed it, he didn't like it.
yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, there's no way that. All right, guys, watch my mission 2. It's gonna be epic. You know what I'm picking.
I mean, that's pretty likely. Cake, don't you think? Ow, ow, ow! Let go, Winston. Be gentle. Crazy fucker. I don't think we should run back mission 1+1. Well, I probably said that too late. Oh, okay.
Ooh, good pick.
Well, they knew to add Viri very quickly. Slammed Viri.
Interesting. Interesting.
Where do they get the knowledge to slam Viri? Where do they get the knowledge to slam? What did Viri say? I wasn't really taking notes. I think Cake-
Very said some nonsense about 1.3. I didn't put too much stock in it at the time, but 2.2 is a very interesting pick, don't you think?
2-2. Viri picking Psycho, and 2-2 is not mission 1+1. It's taking off Cherry, leaving Cake, and picking Psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the. I mean, I read that maybe as Cake Merlin, and that's how Cake knows that Viri is the ad is because of 2.2. The problem I'm having is that Cake knows he's gonna get shot if he does that 3-1 right there. If he just slams Viri as the ad and then they dunk it. Maybe not. But that's my initial thought is like, why would Cake do that if he could just propose a bad team for at least a little bit of cloak? Right?
I don't know about these repeated missions, though. I don't know about these missions.
What do you mean?
1.3 is very strange. We get the
1.
same mission proposed 3 times.
Yeah, and if you look at 1.3, Cake knows to reject it. Or not knows, but Cake rejects it. I
Wow.
off-app it. Nothing is mentioned, and Cake runs back Cherry, who is the one that proposed the one that I off-apped. Right? It's kind of weird. I do always like who's Mission 2 Hammer? Psycho. I always like to look if Mission 2 Hammer, if it's a clean win, I usually think that Mission 2 Hammer is Merlin.
Who's Percival?
I don't know. I mean,
I think that's important.
well, yeah, definitely. Who's following who? Who's following who? Well, we have Viri who makes the pick, and then I follow it, and then Cherry follows it, and then Psycho follows it. Everybody follows it except Cake. Now there's probably There's a couple ways to interpret it. It could be Merlin saying, but it's a bad pick. It's a bad pick. So Merlin could say, yeah, do I want a cloak early game? Maybe yes, maybe no. Does Merlin want to take it away? Like, I mean, Cake switching it up there. Cake may be afraid to look, I don't know. But everybody proposes a bad team except Cake. Then they go into it after a clean M1. Viri proposes a switch, even though it was clean. And then Cherry proposes a switch to include someone dirty. And then Psycho proposes himself as the ad M1+1, which is clean. They pass it, and Cake goes, "I know to add Viri," or maybe he's guessing, and it's a fake out, But I don't know. Like I want to shoot Cake, but it just feels too easy. If it is Cake, then Percival would probably have to be Psycho Sloth, right? Who follows Cake's proposal from M1? Psycho Sloth. Could be Cherry Percival. He sees my off app. If Cherry's Percival, then Psycho's not Merlin, which would leave Viri or Cake. And if it's Cake with Cherry Percival, that also probably isn't it, because he sees my off app in 1-3 Cake's disapproval, and he elects to pick me over Cake. Though I guess mission 1 you could just think that someone floated if he's looking at it from that way. But maybe Cherry Percival, Viri Merlin, if Cherry is Percival. Otherwise, Cake Merlin Psycho Sloth Percival. How he knows to pick Viri, 2.2.
All right, so noted. Final thoughts on shot?
What are your thoughts? I don't know. Kind of just talking out loud.
My initial instinct was Viri, then I kind of wavered to Psycho Sloth. I just don't really think that it's Cake.
Like I said before, I do like thinking Merlin is mission 2 hammer if it's a full clean game. But
I could be seduced to Psycho.
why does Psycho switches up the off pick to include, well, no, it's a valid off pick, I guess. It's a valid off pick with your off app. Where does Cake come in with his mission 1.5 though? How do you explain that if it's Psycho?
Just picked someone, the third person. Anybody who wasn't me looks fine at that point because there's no information.
True.
He avoids Psycho and he avoids the people Psycho picks. And he
And how
avoids me.
How does Cake know to pick Viri?
Doesn't necessarily have to.
So what you're proposing is it's Psycho, but Psycho did nothing to influence the game, right? Or what is making you think that it's Psycho?
Well,
Psycho is basically
makes
showing
sense,
no info.
is the thing.
Huh?
Viri's pick makes sense.
Viri's pick.
Viri is following the information in the game thus far.
Okay.
He is avoiding Ranmilia Cake, and then he's avoiding Screw Loose because Psycho tells him Screw Loose is the other red, 1.4.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I see that. Why not just go M1 plus himself?
Because he doesn't trust Cake. Because 3 people said that
Well, if he doesn't trust Cake, why'd he keep him
There's
on
a
the mission?
red
Why
one.
not go Cherry Psycho Fury? I just see the only person that is showing info, like PR info, would be Cake. Now, his PR info that I'm seeing on the table could just be random, but the other people aren't showing anything, showing no influence.
Well, in any event, I've begun to think that we should actually think shots through a little less and be faster on them. So,
I
who
agree.
do you want to shoot?
My vote is Cake, but to be honest, if you shoot someone else, I am not going to be upset. So, if you feel strong another way, Psycho. Fuck.
What? It was. Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it was
Mission 2
Fury.
Hammer, you're on it.
Mission 2 Hammer it. It's every time. Every time. If it's a clean game, it's Mission 2 Hammers Merlin.
Yeah, I thought it was Fury as well. Wow. Nice.
Yeah, I read on my notes that you can never discount Cake as Merlin.
Dude, that has held true since I've noticed it so many times these past couple nights.